So this man behind us on the screen, Stevie Nicol, Romelu Lukaku. Other screen, very good, yes. Wearing a Man United shirt. Is he going to be wearing one this season coming up?
It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look as though Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thinks he's part of his plans. And it sounds like Lukaku's plans are somewhere else as well. So I'm going to say this guy will not be at Manchester United next season.
Inter, the rumoured destination. Does he just fancy a change? Is he fed up at United? If he's going to leave, why?
Well, he's going to leave because he's not playing. I think had he been playing and had he been guaranteed to start, I think he would stay. But he's not. And the fact is that, you know, he's really not good enough, in my opinion, to play at a top-flight club. I don't believe, you know, when he was at Chelsea, when Chelsea were the top of the tree, he couldn't get a game. And then when he did, he didn't quite fit in. He kind of stuck out. And Manchester United, during their struggles, it's kind of been the same thing. You know, he doesn't fit in my opinion, with the best.
That's an interesting point you make about the struggles. And I think a lot of people would agree with you, because in a good team, when Belgium play well and they give him supplies, he'll score goals. But
I'm going to argue that point.
Well, but
argue that point.
Okay, but his stats have been pretty good. Now, a lot of these times was when United were doing quite well as well. Is he a player you'd want alongside you in the trenches?
Listen, the interesting thing is you look at 2016-17, he's playing for a side who are not pushing the game constantly. He's always running into space. He can use his power and he can use his pace. You can argue that for Belgium he scores goals, but let's be honest, Belgium are playing against Liechtenstein and teams like that. So, you know what? Yes, he'll score goals. And by the way, in the Premier League, he scores the majority of his goals against the lesser known teams or the worst teams. You know, Lukaku's problem for me is in the final third, he can't work in a couple of yards. You know, he's not able to move his feet quick enough to get half a yard, to get a strike away, like an Aguero or anybody. He needs time and he needs space. And when you play for the best teams, generally, they're pushing the game. So they have little space or not as much space in the final third. And I'll go back, I think the classic is when he played at Everton, a team who were all about counter-attacking and who he had plenty of space to run into, to use his pace and his power, and not necessarily silky skills.
Are you questioning his application?
No, not at all. No, his attitude, his commitment, for me is 100%. You know, some would argue that you shouldn't be saying, I want to leave, but the truth is, he's not playing, and it's an understandable argument, and something that, if I was in his position, I would be doing the same thing as well. So, listen, I have no complaints with Lukaku's commitment or his effort or his attitude at all. I think his attitude is spot on.
With the style of play that he plays and the type of player he is, do you think Italian football would suit him?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think absolutely Inter Milan play a type of counter-attacking style, and that for me is where he excels. He showed it at Everton, and if he goes to a side that does the same, then I'm sure he'll excel there again. And
at United, Rashford over Lukaku for you?
All day long.
There you go. Rashford signs a new deal. He looks like he's on his way out.